Hello there and welcome to the Star Wars Showcase YouTube channel. Today we are reviewing the G.I. Joe Classified Series David Big Ben Bennet, which is a Walmart exclusive figure. And this review today is going to be coming from the perspective of a Star Wars Black Series collector, so another Hasbro line. We'll be making some comparisons there, but when we get Big Ben Bennet here up on the rotating table, he is a pretty impressive action figure here, as he has a lot of nice detail, as well as a number of different accessories that I think put our new Black Series releases to shame. So to look at things in a little bit more detail, as we mentioned at the top of the video, Big Ben Bennet here is a Walmart exclusive, meaning that he's going to retail for $27. And for that $27 value, you are getting an action figure, two larger machine guns, a smaller submachine gun with a silencer that comes on and off, as well as a removable backpack and a second head. So all of that coming together, I think, eclipses what you normally get with your Black Series offerings, where you often get to pick maybe one or two of those items at most. In terms of our articulation for this base figure, we're getting a nice level of detail that is pretty standard for our G.I. Joe action figures, as you are getting the double jointed elbows and knees, you've got those swivel thighs, as well as the swivel biceps, and so the figure can get a nice level of articulation for different poses. And while I normally favor the single-jointed elbows that are common on most Black Series figures, I think for G.I. Joe it allows them to aim down the scope of their rifles a little bit better. Looking at this removable backpack, we got a nice level of detail on that, and I think the weapons shine here as well for the G.I. Joe line. The barrel of mine here is just a little bit off, a little bit of bend to that, but the removable ammunition here is a nice touch, as well as that bipod that is able to fold in, so you could actually do kind of like a prone position on the ground. The submachine gun has a nice level of detail here with that removable silencer, suppressor. I'm sure someone can correct me on the correct nomenclature there, but there is a holster that is correctly sized for that as well. Alongside both of those guns, we also have this assault rifle here, which comes with a removable magazine, as well as that front grip that is both removable, but also articulated to a small degree. The additional custom head that we get is a nice touch, and you'll notice here, while many of our additional heads that come with action figures do not include a neck, for this specific figure here, our gas mask head sculpt has its own neck. So you're actually taking off both the head as well as the neck for the unmasked version, and then putting in this whole different unit here. But that aside, I really like the head sculpt. I think it allows you to build out these different looks. If you had multiples of these, it makes for this, very nice kind of plumber's wet work squad sort of look. So I'm certainly a big fan anytime we are getting extra head sculpts, especially with more kind of trooper sort of figures, is that's just giving you more diversity, more variability when you're building out scenes and you have multiples altogether. The Star Wars Black Series struggles with this. Oftentimes there are figures who have helmets that should be removable, and sometimes, like in the case of our Mandalorian, you're only getting that one helmeted head sculpt look. And so it's pretty rare where we're getting multiple heads in figures anymore, and I think it's a nice touch with our G.I. Joe line when they do that. As outside of the Endor Rebel Commando and the Hoth Rebel Soldier, I'm having a tough time thinking of Black Series figures with multiple head sculpt. So all of that said, Big Ben Bennet here is an exclusive figure, and I know that comes with its drawbacks, makes it more difficult to find. But in terms of the value that we're getting, if you are able to track one of these down, I think it is a very nice figure. He's got some extra, spots on that back belt to hold some of the different magazines and accessories that he comes with. The little suppressor fits in a nice little belt loop sort of thing, and so a lot of extra detail, a lot of extra accessories. I think, again, solidifying G.I. Joe is one of the top lines at Hasbro right now, and one that I think the Black Series could, if possible, I know obviously there's budget constraints, but if possible, there's definitely some great things that you could take away and apply to that line as well. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below if you agree with these different comments that I've made here, if you've picked up this figure, if you're a fan, or if you're a Black Series fan who might be looking to make the jump into some of our other action figure lines, as I'd love to hear your thoughts here. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate you tuning in. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to check out some of the other content on our channel, as we have plenty of other reviews for both G.I. Joe as well as Black Series figures.